Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host, Saeed. I do want to thank you for joining us tonight, Tuesday, the 10th of August, 2021. So viewers, you know, like I always say every night, the only way to get our show out there in the public domain, local and regional, is to share our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. So I always say, when the show starts, go onto your Facebook account that you have 5,000 friends and family on your Facebook account. So if you like our page, or you go to your Facebook account and type up Real Talk with Saeed, you like it, and just click share. So it's your 5,000 by your friends and family, 5,000 by 5,000, and let Real Talk with Saieed Ali be on Facebook. So viewers, I encourage you to do that right now. Those of you that are on our YouTube channel, TT Real Talk, subscribe, hit the bell, and you would know when we go live. Viewers, remember, this is social platform pages. Share it. Now, it's sharing our page that would encourage local and regional people to view our show on Facebook and on YouTube and comment. You know, we want them to know what is taking place in Trinidad. You see just how they are sharing their videos on Facebook and YouTube from their country through technology. In today's world, we are doing the same thing. So they would know on the other half of the world what is taking place in Trinidad. So viewers, as we start off our program tonight, just a little reminder. Those of you that are having spiritual problems, you can feel free to contact me. Those of you who have properties to sell or looking for property to buy, you can also contact me. So our office numbers are 238-6716 or 339-1670. So, are you looking for the best return on your hard-earned cash on an investment? Contact Real Talk Group of Company, set up an appointment, tell them you want to make a Real Talk investment. Now viewers, Real Talk investment is currently paying from 3% to 3.5%. The highest paid interest right now on a Real Talk investment. Actually, it is the highest investment that is paying out right now within the credit union and within the banking sector in Trinidad and Tobago. Real Talk Group of Company is giving you the opportunity to make a Real Talk investment. And let me tell you something, it's one of the largest percentage rates that are being paid out presently in Trinidad and Tobago. So I am encouraging you, you could start off from $10,000, go straight up to $1 million, $2 million. From 3% to 3.5%. So if you're looking for the proper investment, a long-term investment, the right investment to get a proper return on your hard-earned cash, contact us. 238-6716, 339-1670, or 267-7325. Contact us, viewers, set up an appointment, and come and see us, and we will talk. You're setting up something for your grandchildren, for your son, Real Talk investment is the best thing for you. So as we move on with our program tonight, viewers, call a good night.
Good night.
My friend. It's Tune It Up Tuesday.
Okay, tune it up. But I can tune it down with it. Okay, Vaccination.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'm talking about the press conference yesterday, where a pregnant woman died and a baby.
Yes. Yes, we talked about it.
Right, but don't jokey. You know, this to ask the right question. You know what I would have, the question I would have put to the doctor who in charge of the woman's daughter, I think his name is Ali. First question I should have been, have you tested this woman to see if it was the Delta variant and likewise the baby? That is what we had to find out. Because all the time we are getting it, all of a sudden behind the police and them. I hear a boat and a set of people and the legal advisor to the guy group that was on that boat. And it had ladies too. And I hear the prophet was defensive when he had gone up. And he said the capacity was right in. But I want to know, you women on that boat, were they Trinidad, yeah? Or were they very? That's the question he had asked. They would know what they were doing. Next one is, I can get another a big drug bust in Baruga.
22 million.
Was that part of the big drug bust that was for the car and all kind of things on the road? Remember I saying a big shipment and the police don't think the drug people go put some in their warehouse and wait to distribute it after. And the most important thing, and they get back the drugs that were stolen from some North hospital. I want to find out if the person that is back in the inventory of the doctor is. Because they can't put back that in the inventory, you know, they have to vet it, all of that. Because they can't expose people, so I believe they vet it. I'm going to find out if the doctor is, and then we're going to fire the person who is responsible for that theft. Because it show me how the computer rasta and the rest of people responsible for security in Trinidad would they thought at all.
Thank you, my friend. So, viewers, as we start up our program tonight, TNT's last shipment of COVID-19 vaccine from the COVAX facility are due to arrive in Trinidad and tomorrow being Thursday, 11th of August. According to PAHU Tracker, COVAX initiative, the shipment of 33,600 doses of the Oxford AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccine will arrive at the Piaco International Airport around 2:30 a.m. TNT previously received 2 shipments of Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine, COVID-19 vaccine, from COVAX from the same size, on March 30th and May 10th. To date, 418,721 people have received their first dose of a 2-dose COVID-19 vaccine, while 230,454 have been administered 2 doses, both doses. Caller, good night.
Good night, Saieed.
Go right ahead, my friend.
Saieed, I want to cover the damage the farmers get in Sinal here in February month. And nobody collect no money yet, and the agriculture started the money waste. And the next thing, I want to discuss about the cane farmers thing. Surrounding collect $500 from each cane farmer, 3,500 cane farmers. We're not hearing he's coming out and saying nothing on behalf of the cane farmers. You say you will get in contact with the agriculture minister, and we're not saying nothing. Thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you, my friend. Just a little correction. Tonight is Tuesday night. You know when you're busy, sometimes you just forget the date. So, viewers, the COVAX shipment will arrive in Trinidad tomorrow, which is Wednesday the 11th, and not Thursday. So I do apologize for that. It's my error, and I just corrected it. Tomorrow it will arrive being Wednesday the 11th. So as we roll along tonight, feel free to call in 238-6716, voice your concerns, voice your opinion, and let us hear what you have to say according to situations in Trinidad that is arising. The Supermarket Association of Trinidad and Tobago will give out second doses of the Sinopharm vaccine on Wednesday at the Diwali Nagar vaccination site from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. So tomorrow, at the Diwali Nagar site, the Supermarket Association will be there from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. giving out the second dose of Sinopharm. Persons who have to receive their second dose are reminded to walk with their immunization card and a form of national identification card. In a release, Supermarket Association stated that the second dose are for people who received their first dose on July 20th or July 21st at the Center Point Mall in Shogunas, as well as those who missed previous second dose appointment. So viewers, if you have to collect a second dose of the Sinopharm vaccine, if you were at the Center Point Mall, you are asked to go at the Diwali Nagar site to get your second dose of Sinopharm vaccine. Caller, good night.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
We having a problem in Devi Health Center, boy.
Devi Health Center?
Yeah, it has people who have to collect the first dose and the second dose.
Uh-huh.
And the second dose people could collect theirs, and the first dose people have they're telling them to come back another time.
Okay, okay.
That shouldn't be.
I understand what you're saying.
Because they insist that take the vaccine.
Mm-hmm.
First and second dose. So if you're going for your first dose, you're supposed to be admitted. You understand?
Mm-hmm. No, but the first dose from the health center, did they give them a date when to come back to get their second dose?
Yeah, but they didn't give them the first dose.
What you mean they didn't give them the first dose?
They had appointments to go for the first dose, and it have instances where they say you don't have to make appointments.
Oh, I understand what you're saying. You could just walk in.
Yeah. So
yeah.
They're supposed to have it a sort of a system that first dose will get it and second dose will get it too.
I understand.
It shouldn't have no nurses and nobody can't just dictate no pace. The table, you can't wait today, come back Wednesday, or come back Friday.
I understand what you're saying. Thank you for highlighting the problem, my friend. So I hope somebody from that health center is looking on and they can rectify the problem. So as we move along tonight, viewers, Labour Minister Stephen McClatchy have stated that Cabinet has not made any decision as yet on any workplace vaccination policy, as it is currently being discussed. However, he could not give any specific time when such guidelines may be approved or issued. On July 10th, McClatchy stated that under the current laws of Trinidad and Tobago, employers cannot or employees cannot make it mandatory for their employees to take any vaccine for COVID-19 or any other illness. At that time, McClatchy was commenting on reports that some business was seeking to have their employees vaccinated before they could return to work. Speaking in the House of Representatives on June 10th, McClatchy said the issue of a workplace vaccination policy was not an easy one to address.
Say that an industrial relations policy on workplace vaccination has been identified as a critical and industrial and is as critical, and it is currently in front of the Industrial Relations Advisory Committee, a tripartite plus committee established under Section 80 of the Industrial Relations Act. The Industrial Relations Advisory Committee commenced to work towards developing a paper on consideration surrounding workplace vaccination and will submit to me shortly. In developing such a document, we must recognize that the COVID-19 pandemic, this is novel, and in regards to the development of policy, that is also novel. We have a number of things to consider, including health, human rights, legal considerations, and maybe even personal rights under the Constitution. This is an issue which all countries are grappling with at the moment, and we have not found a single country which has defined a clear policy on this issue at this time.
So you heard that, viewers? I got that just for you. Just for you to understand the difference. Your rights against your employer forcing you. Now he added that there would be a number of factors to consider, such as human rights. And you know how I like how he said that in no country, they have found no country as yet to come up with a policy to make it mandatory. Caller, good night.
Good night, Saieed.
Go right ahead, my friend.
Mr. Saieed, I look at you, and when I get in the set to ask him how the case going, he's asking, what are we money, what a long way done a movie, about 5 years now. Since the system was in government, money.
I understand what you're saying. Thank you, my friend. Not a problem, not a problem. So Minister of Health Terence Dayal Singh have stated that the process of administering vaccine is not a concern, but vaccine hesitancy is. He don't business of how they administer the vaccine. So if you stand up in the rain there, that is not a problem. That is not a problem. The sun hot and you stand up outside and you're sweating and you faint away, that is not a problem for them. That is not an issue. That is not an issue. The issue is, according to Terence, is vaccine hesitancy. What caused the vaccine hesitancy in Trinidad and Tobago? He was questioned on if the process in administering vaccine to the wider population of TNT could be speeded up. Dayal stated that this was not the issue, as he is now concerned if persons have genuine vaccine hesitancy.
The issue isn't the process. So let's make that distinction. The issue now is addressing what are the concerns people have at their individual level for not being vaccinated. Is it genuine vaccination hesitancy? Is it a fear of needles? Is it white coat syndrome? Do people want transport? These are all the issues we are grappling with right now and addressing them one by one.
He added that in order to help with vaccine hesitancy, health officials would be speaking to persons one-on-one.
We are talking to people literally one-on-one in communities now through the RHAs. Businesses are talking to their employees one-on-one with medical professionals to address what might be called true vaccine hesitancy. That is, in their mind, they have a fear, they don't have confidence in the vaccine. That is being tackled literally on the ground. You can't tackle that with one message on a radio ad or a TV ad. So there's a significant ground war now being led by the RHAs in their communities, talking to people literally one-on-one or in groups, and by the business sector, talking to the employees, employing doctors to answer their individual concerns. So that is what the country, the public sector and the private sector is doing now.
The minister reiterated that the government is now fighting vaccine hesitancy on all fronts. Now I go tell you something. We have a call? Caller, good night. Go right ahead, my friend.
Yes, I would like to compliment this Sinopharm vaccine, right? What happened? I have a patient. I have eye problem. I have a thyroid. It goes with thyroid. I have pressure. I have sugar. I have blood clot. I have all the complaints you think about. And I've gone. And cancer too I have. And I've gone and take that vaccine yesterday. And that vaccine is so good, I get a side effect. I even get my hand hurting. I get a headache. I get a loss of vision. I get nothing. So the Sinopharm vaccine, I could tell you people, is a very good, mild vaccine for people to take to save their life. Yes.
While I would say thank God that nothing happened to you, my friend, on the other side of it, people are complaining. So like I said on a previous show, each individual have a different allergic reaction to the vaccine. As the caller said, as he rightfully said, he had the experience. He had medical problems and it worked in his favor. So he's okay. While we are hearing other callers who said that their family and friends, it is complicated. Caller, good night.
Sorry, good night. I have 2 quick points to make tonight.
Go ahead.
First one is, the Minister of Labour, is he living in Trinidad or where he living? He don't understand that it's companies who put in people contract, they must take the vaccine to come to work. And they sit down to make up their mind what they want to do. The second point is that when the Commissioner of Prison tell this country who are the people visiting the Caribbean islands where the prisoners are, to put the prisoners down here to get COVID, all prisoners down in the island get COVID. So are they using the island as a transshipment for Venezuelans to come to Trinidad?
I understand what you're saying.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, my friend. No. Where is the labor? Where is the unity of labor to represent the labor force in Trinidad and Tobago? Where is that body? Who is the Minister of Labor? I believe it was Jennifer. I don't know if she changed. Caller, good night.
Good evening, Mr. Saieed. How are you going?
My friend, I'm okay. Go right ahead.
Why this whole country gone through, boy? You realize that it's just a sort of waste of time. All the time this country was just running on nothing. Money flowing, people doing what they want. It had no structure. It had no governance. It had nothing. Things just happening in the country and people just living. Now that you see that policies and everything's supposed to be working in a time where we reach a kind of hardship. You're realizing what's going on now? There's nothing happening in the country. That just goes to show that our governments that govern this country used to just be wasting time and people just survive on their bare survival instinct. It didn't have nothing of value, of structure, of real operational, functional system that a real country is supposed to be governed by. Now that we are in this position, you're realizing this done that we have talking about vaccine hesitancy. That is because they fail to educate the people about the vaccine. The people lose trust in them. They was misleading the population with all this kind of dotishness about vaccine confidentiality and all kind of things. You bring in something to give people that their life depend on it, but you having confidentiality clauses in that people don't know where you get this vaccine, what kind of complications it have and all this kind of thing, and then you're telling people just go out there and take vaccine, is because people don't trust these people, and that is why people are hesitating to take the vaccine. People taking it, yes, because they have no choice.
Correct.
Anytime you see you have choices in life, people would agree and make decisions concerning that.
Correct.
What is going on in this, and I said this before, and I'm saying it again, after this thing is over and is settled, people like Dialsing and Rowley and Stuart Young and them have to face some kind of criminal court for what they have done to the population of this country. And if they don't face that, well, then anybody could get away with any crime in this country and then supposed to face a court. Because that, I tell you what them doing here is genocide taking place because of the dotishness of how they handle COVID in this country. It's boasting that could never spread. And look at how people done die already.
Correct.
So the problem is lack of information, lack of trust, and it has nothing to do with people don't want to take the vaccine. Just don't trust these people. Have a good night, Mr. Saieed. Take care.
Thank you, my friend. Principal Medical Officer Dr. Mariam Abdul Richards have stated that the Trinidad and Tobago has no confirmed case of the Delta variant. Delta is the name for the B16172 variant. It was first detected in India in December 2020. Listen to this.
As of today, there are no confirmed cases of COVID-19 due to the Delta variant. However, the Ministry of Health, and in conjunction with the University of the West Indies, in a team led by Dr. Christine Carrington, who makes appearances with us at the media conferences, does have a protocol in place for testing for the Delta variant. At this point in time, as I indicated, there are no cases of the Delta variant, but we have put in place mechanisms to test persons who may be considered at high risk of transmitting the Delta variant.
Now, viewers, the strain spreaded rapidly and is now dominant in both India and Great Britain. It is also gaining momentum across the United States. Most notable, the highly transmittable variant have been detected in at least 124 countries. Dr. Richards also added that the responsibility is on the population to get vaccinated and be protected from the virus and the variant.
However, the onus is on the population to please ensure social and personal responsibility, because vaccination offers a protection against the COVID-19 virus and additional variants.
Last month, Minister of Health Saieed Ali stated that while there have been no confirmed case of the Delta strain, it does not mean that the mutation is not here. So, everybody talking about taking the vaccine, all the ministries they're talking about taking the vaccine. It will prevent you from getting COVID-19. But Dr. Hines came out and said, even though you take the vaccine, even though you take your 2 doses of vaccine, you can still contract COVID-19, or as we know it as coronavirus. You see, if Trinidad and Tobago have been properly educated from the beginning as in the House of Representatives, when they turn down discussions, when they turn down planning, when they turn down strategies on how to deal with the variant if it enters into our shores, we would have had a proper infrastructure, a proper structure, a proper detailed of the coronavirus now being called COVID-19 in Trinidad and Tobago. We would have been educated properly from before the outbreak. But it was not important. It was not important to discuss until they issue a fine for not wearing masks. It was not important to discuss where they give police authority now to come into your place. It was not important until, let's say, every member in your car have to wear on a mask. It's not important. But these are some of the enforcement they have put on the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, but it's not important. Call a good night.
Very good evening to Mr. Saeed.
To you, my friend.
And I'll try to keep it as simple as possible. All relationships, whether it's husband and wife, government to people, government to government, all relationship is based on trust. And this is where the government had faltered in the beginning. Mm-hmm. And you see, we have certain laws and new laws and whatnot and things, but some of the things, in my opinion, is crooked. For example, every single taxpayer cent that is being spent, we have a right to know. Yes. There should be no non-disclosure agreement once taxpayer money is being spent.
I agree with you.
And last point quickly, we seems to be always lagging behind. Remember, Guyana had the first Guyana had a drive-through before us, right? Now, a very, very simple thing side. Sorry to be taking up so much time, but a very, very simple thing. Some people in certain areas and rural areas, don't even have money to buy, far less to find transport to get to a vaccination site. So what you should do is start doing communities and like a mobile unit or something, because if you're interested in vaccinating all these people, you have to go the extra mile. So all best, have a great evening, and thank you.
Thank you, my friend. You see, from the beginning, they faltered. They faltered with informing the public of Trinidad and Tobago, informing the citizens. They faltered in giving us the proper information that we required. And that is their biggest problem. And today they are reaping the benefit of it. Vaccine hesitancy. That is what they are reaping. So what should have done in the beginning, they now decide to do it. When the horse out the stable, now you're trying to tie the horse. Or you're trying to put a muzzle on the horse. The horse not in the stable. You can't find the horse in the stable. The horse done gone a-he-oh-ho already. Hundreds of full vaccinated persons in England have been hospitalized with the highly contagious Delta coronavirus variant, scientists said on Friday, August 6, 2021. Public health experts are now warning that vaccines do not eliminate all risk, as vaccine jabs may not stop Delta transmission. Now, this news came from Al Jazeera site. You could go up and check it. Al Jazeera News. In their latest COVID-19 update, Public Health in England, PHE, experts also warned that there were early signs of persons who have been vaccinated may be able to transmit the Delta strain as easily as those who have not received any vaccine. Now viewers, this is what I have been saying. Now listen this. You're forcing the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. Business places are telling their workers, if you're not vaccinated, don't come to work. So what about now those who have the vaccine, the double dose vaccine, the 2-dose vaccine, and get COVID-19 now, or as we know it as coronavirus, what are you going to tell these individuals? What are they going to tell these individuals? Go take the vaccine and save lives? Go take the vaccine, you can't get coronavirus if you take the double dose. There are people, I have friends. What I am telling you is not mamagism thing. I have friends who took their 2 doses and are presently is in possession of the coronavirus in their body. So I love when Dr. Avery Hines came out and said, even though you take the vaccine, you will still get COVID-19 virus. The vaccine will prevent you a little from going to the hospital. Caller, good night.
Good night, sir.
Go right ahead, my friend.
The caller just said earlier on about criminals. What I want to say is that the UNC government, national government, when Pani won, judge didn't nobody pay them. Now when Pani secure money, they're in jail. When Kamno win, Shady was not one either. Now they're in power, and they're still who's ready to do the right thing? And no one correcting nobody. So the vaccine now, I want to find about the vaccine. They said AstraZeneca has come, only AstraZeneca, but I'm a work for MPS, I'm an essential worker, I don't know if they give MPS workers preference.
Thank you for your comments, my friend. So viewer, just a little reminder, while we are in the heat of our discussion on Turn It Up Tuesday, if you're looking for the proper investment on a proper return on your hard-earned cash, Real Talk Investment. Contact us 238-6716, 339-1670, or 267-7325. Our numbers are on screen, viewers. If you want the proper investment, the right investment, so your children and your grandchildren could reap the benefit, or even you can reap the benefit of a proper investment. Why make an investment when your percentage rate is fluctuating up and down? Why make an investment in financial institute when you are getting less than 3%? Why not contact us? 238-6716, 339-1670, or 267-7325. Our numbers are on screen. Contact us. Why are you settling for less when you could get more? Why? Everybody loves money. Everybody loves a great investment. So why are you settling for less when you could get more when you make a Real Talk investment? The highest percentage payout presently. So contact us, viewers. Set up an appointment and come in and make your investment. You can start as little as 10,000, go up. 10,000. So as we move along tonight, just an update from Paria Fueling. Paria Fueling Trading Company Limited said yesterday, which is Monday, that a leak along a 12-inch crude pipeline in Pointe-à-Pied was the source of an oil spill over the weekend, but said it had been contained. The company said that approximately at 7:30 p.m. on Saturday, Paria Fueling Trading Company Limited, Marine Security observed an oil sheen along the Pointe-à-Pied harbor. However, Fishermen and Friends of the Sea is not accepting Paria Fueling and Trading Company Limited statement. On a tour of the Gulf of Paria yesterday, FFOS Secretary Gary Aboud said they saw thick clumps of oil for miles affecting the entire coastline as far as Chagaramas. Fisherman MTS Khan said the spill was another blow to the industry. So the fishing industry along that area there, it is compromised, I would see. Because you can't go to fish. When you throw out your net, what you get in? Oil. We also saw 2 oiled pelican, which have been taken to the Wildlife Center for rehabilitation. Now, question: will Paria be fined for the catastrophic incident in the Gulf Marine? And will our fishermen be compensated? Remember they had an issue with this a little while back? Of fishermen being compensated where their nets and their boat and things were damaged. So it leaves up to Paria Fueling to say about that. Caller, good night.
Good night.
Go right ahead, my dear.
What happened is that Friday, my son-in-law, he normally goes to the hospital because he have kidney problem.
Go to where?
He have kidney problem. I went to the Sandy Granny Hospital.
Sandy Granny Hospital, okay.
Yeah. So they tell him, okay, they will give him a COVID test. They give him a test in Sandy Granny. They tell him how it's positive. They take him down to Arima Hospital and put him in the COVID section. The doctor called my daughter and said, no, the one from the health department is negative. So she went Monday, they give him one Sunday, and he get it back negative. She went down with hers from the Ministry of Health from the COMH office. And she carried and tell him, well, she want him to come out from that ward because it's not that he's sick and he's negative. So they say they want a next one again. Sandy Granny Hospital said they want a next one again. He went and take one again. They give him one again yesterday. Come back today negative. Today they tell him they will carry him back in the hospital because right now he's swollen because remember his kidney.
Yes.
He gone up, they carry him back in the hospital half. And up to now he haven't got a bed yet.
So how many tests they did on him thus far?
Friday they did one, they say it's positive. They did one Saturday, Sunday, Monday, all 3 negative.
Wow. So it's test after test after test?
Yeah.
1 positive with 3 negative?
Yes, and now like it's wickedness now because they have him sit down in casualty there, waiting now because my daughter went down in the hospital yesterday with her paper and tell them she don't want them inside that there because he could contract it in there and he's sick.
Oh, I understand what you're saying. So does the medical fraternity in that area, they have him in the hospital just waiting?
Right now he in the hospital because they tell us on the phone today that when they send him up, they have a bed available to put them in the ward. That was since 4:30.
So 1 test negative on Friday last week?
No, the test Friday, they in the hospital.
Positive?
Positive.
Alright, so after that positive, they got 3 negative tests after?
Yes.
And they still have him in the hospital?
No, well, he's sick with his kidney. They're supposed to put him on a bed and see
Kidney is supposed to be an emergency?
That is why he went in there for in the first place.
Wow. My friend, thank you so much for highlighting the matter.
Okay, yeah.
Wow. It ain't easy, you know. It ain't easy. So they might say COVID, the swelling now, COVID caused it. Police seized a quantity of cocaine and marijuana valued at more than $22 million in Moruga today. As a result of the intelligence received, the officers proceeded to a bushy area of the Laloon Road, Moruga, where a search was conducted. 4 crocus bags containing the quantity of marijuana were found. Wow, $22 million in marijuana and cocaine. A further check revealed that the brown packets, which were found to contain a plant material resembling cannabis, and the black packet contained a white substance resembling cocaine. The officers also proceeded to another location along the Laloon Road, where further checks were made along the shoreline, where they found a crocus bag containing 4 brown packets. The brown packet each contained plant-like material resembling cannabis. The black packet had a street value of $21,538,880, while the brown packet also had a street value of $540,000. No one was arrested. So viewers, we probably have about more or less give or take 15 minutes on our show tonight. So what I want to ask you tonight, do you think, now I want you to call in, I want you to call in, because the question I am about to ask could also be affecting you. Do you think business people in Trinidad and Tobago should force their staff to take the COVID-19 virus and to also lay on them, if you don't take the vaccine, you cannot come to work? I want to hear you from now to the next 15 minutes. All I want to hear is yes side or no side. And we start now. Caller, good night.
Side, yes, I agree with that. But side, let me say something now. I want to say something fast. Yeah, I want to say something fast, side.
Talk to me.
People have to understand how vaccine working. This COVID vaccine. People have to understand, side, that you might take it today and you might get it tomorrow. But they have to understand that because people get it after side effect. Some might get a side effect tomorrow. Some might get it 2 weeks.
Caller, my friend, we are having some feedback. I cannot hear you clearly, so I do apologize. If you could call in again and you get through, we will take your call. So viewers, do you think business men and women in Trinidad and Tobago should force their workers to take the COVID-19 vaccine? 238-6716, that is our line to call in. I want to hear what you have to say, because this could also be affecting you. Caller, good night.
The answer is no, they should not. All the best.
Thank you, my friend. So we have 15 minutes to play with. I want to take as much call as possible. I want to hear what you have to say. I want to hear what you have to say, because I am not forcing my staff to take any vaccine that they do not want to take. They have a choice. Caller, good night.
Hi, good night. No, I don't agree with that, and I just want to make the comment because I, for example, ended up in the hospital last year from an allergic reaction to medication that was prescribed to me by the doctor. And at the end of the day, everybody has different side effects.
Correct.
And I had a co-worker that actually over the weekend, his mother was fully vaccinated and she died from COVID, and the government is not disclosing these things. So no, I do not think that they need to force that, along with the fact that persons who are vaccinated could be asymptomatic and be spreading it to other persons.
Thank you, my friend. So viewers, we're going again. Condolences to the family that lost their mom. Wow, it's sad. So do you think employers should be telling their workers, if you don't vaccinate, stay home? 2386716, you have rights. You have rights. Caller, good night. Yes or no?
Good night, Mr. Ali.
Good night.
I don't think that they should force anybody to take the vaccine because you have your rights.
True.
But it's up to the individual. It's up to the individual.
Thank you, my friend.
Mr. Ali, can I say something, please?
Sure, go right ahead.
Yeah, Singh is saying that he's going to communities and meeting people and talking to them and meeting them one-on-one and asking them if there's a fear they have for needles and all this kind of... That's such a crap. I mean, he's proven that he's a pharmacist. Right? He's proven he's not a minister.
I understand what you're saying, my dear. Thank you so much for your comment. We have about 10 minutes more. 2386716. Yes or no? Feel free to call in. Feel free to call in. I want to get as much call as possible in the next 10 minutes because your son or your daughter could be involved in this. And I want to hear what you have to say, viewers. I want to hear what you have to say. Caller, good night. Yes or no? Hello?
Hello, I said no.
Thank you, my friend. So it's about the businessman and woman and their employers. 2386716. Keep in mind, this was the same worker that was with you when they had COVID-19 introduced to Trinidad and Tobago in 2020, and you depended on them. Caller, good night.
Good night.
Yes or no?
No, I do not think they should be forced because it's something voluntary.
Thank you, my friend. So we're going again. 2386716. I am not forcing my workers to take it. I am not. I am not going to do that. They have their choice. They have their choice. Likewise, you have it also. And I am clearly saying that if we were properly informed from the beginning, we would end up in this problem. Caller, good night.
Hey, Saeed.
My friend, yes or no?
Yeah, boy. Yeah, here we go now, boy. I really want to know this AstraZeneca vaccine that Israel rejects.
Do you think, my friend, we're trying to stay on a topic tonight. Do you think employers should force their worker to take vaccine?
Not at all. But here we go.
Thank you. I do apologize, but we're trying to stay on our clock tonight. I want as much call as possible. Do you think employers should force their workers to take COVID-19 vaccine to come to work? Are you violating their rights? Caller, good night.
Yes, good night. Listen, one thing is that I don't think it should be forced. However, the employer should not be held liable or responsible if something happens to the worker with COVID.
I understand.
The employer should not be held liable.
Thank you, my friend. So we're trying to stay on our timeline. 2386716. About 5-6 minutes again, viewers. Do you think a employer should be forcing their workers to take the vaccine? We are seeing a lot of that is taking place in Trinidad and Tobago. Come the 16th of August, the rest of the business sector in Trinidad and Tobago will be open up. That is the retail department. Caller, good night. Hello?
Caller, good night.
Do you think employers should be forcing their worker to take the vaccine? Yes or no?
Yes. In the medical field, yes. There are workers that's supposed to meet with the public, deal with the public on a daily basis. Yes, they should.
Thank you, my friend. So we're going again tonight. 2386716. Do you think they should force their labor force to take vaccine? I'm going to tell you something. When they didn't have no vaccine, they didn't force in nobody. As soon as the vaccine comes along, they want to force everybody. Are they going against human rights? Call a good night. I still getting, caller, we still getting a little problem on your end. I don't know what caused it, but you are sounding very distorted. I do apologize. I know once they get through, we do entertain your calls. So viewers, do you think the employers are going against the human rights by forcing their workers to take it? Now I'm going to tell you something. When the retail sector open up now on the 16th of August, my big question is, are the employer going to put a security guard at their front door asking the unvaccinated or asking individuals coming to their store for the COVID-19 vaccination pass? Call a good night.
Yeah, good night.
Should they?
Absolutely no.
Thank you, my friend. This is a big thing. This is a big thing, viewers. Let me tell you something. When the sector open up next week, Monday coming on the 16th of August, is then you will see the real effect of it, you know. Then you will see the real effect of it. Then you're going to know. Then you're going to know which businessman is for their worker and which businessman is for themselves. Call a good night.
Good night.
Yes or no?
No, my brother.
Thank you, my friend. And watch me Trinidadians and Tobagonians and the wider region. Every individual who look at Real Talk with Saieed Ali will understand Saieed stands for the right thing. For the right thing. The right cannot be wrong, and the wrong cannot be right. We're talking about a vaccine. We're talking about local and international news circulating on Facebook, on YouTube, on social platform, on news, on TV, on radio. So you see, ministers cannot come and hit us 6 for 9. You cannot do that. Even the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago said, those of us who have the vaccine, those of us who got the COVID-19, we overcome it without even knowing as asymptomatic. But what did he do? What did he do? He removed all the unvaccinated details. What example did you set? A division? Call a good night.
Good night.
Yes or no, my dear?
Yes, they should be allowed because it's affecting everybody.
All right, I have a question for you. She there? Yes, are you on the line, caller? So what about if you take the vaccine and you get COVID-19 now? What will happen?
Well, first of all, I think before anybody goes to do it, it needs to be something that involves your doctor. You need to look at your own physical health.
No, but understand what I'm saying. The doctor cannot prevent you from getting COVID-19.
No, but I mean in terms of what are your risks in being, in experiencing adverse effects from the vaccine. That is where getting medical advice comes in. So the same way one person will be affected might not be the same way the majority of people will be affected.
That is what I'm saying all the time. Thank you, my dear.
Okay.
Let me tell you something. Everybody who calls and gets in, let me tell you, I don't discriminate, you know. Everybody have a view. 2386716. We have about 5 minutes again. Call a good night.
Good night.
Go right ahead. Yes or no?
Yes. I said no side.
Thank you, my friend. Albert again, he say yes there. Now when he realized what he's saying, he correct himself. You see, everybody views matter. That's why I gave you the opportunity to call in. Call in, voice your concern, because your concerns is a matter. Because every 5 years, the 1 inch in your fingertip, it matters. This 1 inch on your fingertip, let me tell you something, is more than $1 million worth, you know. I want to let you understand that. Call a good night.
But no vaccine.
Thank you, my dear. So you see, viewers, I want to let you understand something. Yes, we understand COVID-19 is real. Yes, we understand the vaccine is real. Yes, we understand COVID-19 could kill. But the thing is not everybody it's affecting. Everybody have a choice. And what some businessmen want to do is that take away your choice. So I want to ask the businessman now, if you double dose vaccine and you get the virus, what you doing? What are you going to do with that employee? Call a good night. Yes or no?
Yeah, good night. Yes.
They should be vaccinated?
Yes.
Thank you, my friend. For some individual, the vaccine will work. And for some individual, it would not work. But you cannot force an individual to take the vaccine. When we have a doctor coming out and telling the citizens, even though you take the vaccine, you could still get the COVID-19 virus. What you doing? Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Ali.
Yes or no?
I said no to the poll question, and it's not mandatory. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. So you see, viewers, I want to hear your opinion matters. To me, your opinion matters. There might be some people that your opinion do not matter. But to you and to me, your opinion matters. Caller, good night.
Hi, good night, sir.
Yes or no?
I would say no, because not everyone could take the vaccine depending on what is made in it.
Thank you, my dear. Now, I will tell you something. When the Sahara dust is in the atmosphere of Trinidad and Tobago, I have a little problem in breathing. Now, when you have a problem in breathing, they will say you are asthmatic. Caller, good night.
Yeah, good night, Saeed.
Talk to me. Yes or no?
Yeah.
They should take the vaccine?
It could be yes, sir, because I've seen what's going on in BBC News right now. The business in Canada and America all about if you don't have the vaccine, you can't come to work. Because the next variant coming, the super. You know, the super that's going to hit the wall and clear the wall now. Yeah.
But is the vaccine preventing the super from hitting the body?
If you take the vaccine and you wear your mask and protect yourself, you might be able to not to get the COVID-19.
Your views matter, my friend. I don't want to go contrary to anybody's views, because at the end of the day, they have their views. But it's my duty as being a TV host to bring both sides for you. The do's and the don'ts. I am not the Minister of Health, you know. I am here to bring to you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing else but the truth. I have friends who took the vaccine and they are well. Nothing is wrong with them. But I also have friends who took the vaccine and they are ending up in complications. Caller, good night. Yes or no?
Good night, sir. No to compulsory vaccination. No.
Thank you, my friend. You see, I got to tell you something. The Ministry of Health came out and said, what materials are there in the COVID-19 vaccine? Did they come out and tell the nation that? No. Because I am on top of my news and I did not hear that. They did not say, well, this Sinopharm have it have vitamin B, it have vitamin C, it have vitamin A, it have vitamin Z. Did they say that, Navin? We in the news and we are hearing nothing about that. We are hearing nothing about that, so we are know what fighting what. Caller, good night.
Good night.
Yes or no?
I said no.
Thank you, my dear. So we out of time, I believe. Enough? All right. So viewers, we're out of time for tonight. I do want to thank you for your views on it. We do want to thank you for joining us on Real Talk with Saieed Ali. We're live on Synergy Television from Monday to Friday from 7 to 8 p.m. We are also on Facebook, Real Talk with Saieed Ali on Facebook, on YouTube, TT Real Talk. And if you're looking for the proper investment to get a bigger reward on your hard-earned cash, contact Real Talk Investments. Real Talk Group of Companies, 238-6716, 339-1670, or 267-7325. Our numbers are on screen, so viewers, until we meet again, remember it's Public Concerns Night tomorrow, so send in your videos, send in your pictures and your voice note, and I will be glad to highlight it on our Public Concerns Night on Wednesday night. So until we meet again, be safe, enjoy the night, good night.